guys, I'm back with Michelle, one of the owners of Ives Insurance, and I want to start because we did one video, but I want to talk about how this whole company got started because I know it goes back a generation, right? So a little bit about that, and then also hang tight because I'm going to do another video all about tips and things about evacuation because of all these fires in California. But let's start with how you got started and
pulled into the
yes. Yeah, no,
totally. Yeah. So my grandfather actually started our agency in his garage over 60 years ago. And he was just doing personal lines at the time, so auto and home insurance with just one company. And my mom then started, when she graduated from Berkeley years ago, she got into it, and then she added the commercial aspect, so business insurance, workers' comp, general liability, that type of insurance, property coverage, and grew the agency quite a bit. And my grandfather got sick when I was in college. I thought I was going into physical therapy. That's what I wanted to do.
Nope.
And yeah, my grandfather got sick. My parents were like, it's a good opportunity. I had no idea what I was walking into, and got started right after I graduated from college, and I've not looked back since. And it's been quite the roller coaster, but really cool and fun being able to help people. I've been doing it for 15 years now.
Yeah. And you're only 30. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
and nuts. That's crazy how that works out. Or going to college, you know, it all works.
So with insurance, talk about everything you guys touch.
Yeah, so we're a commercial independent. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're an independent brokerage.
Okay.
We do both commercial insurance and personal lines insurance.
Okay.
Independent is kind of the key word there. So we represent over 200 different insurance companies.
Okay.
There's another type of insurance company that would be captive. So that would be like your USAA, Costco, State Farm, Farmers. They can only sell one product in one company.
You're like a PPO.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we represent companies you've probably heard of: Nationwide, Progressive, Mercury, Travelers. And then there's also tons of other companies that people have probably never heard of that we also have access to.
Okay.
So we really feel like we can write anything and everything. I think our agency here, we would call ourselves generalists, meaning our clients, we have all types of businesses that we insure, all different types of homes. We write across the nation. And it makes it fun because it's always car insurance, home insurance, condo insurance, renters insurance, and then apartment buildings, large portfolios of properties I specialize in. We do business insurance, so property management companies. We do construction companies.
Well, and I think what I like about you guys, because obviously I use her for the last, I don't even know how long.
Probably like 14
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Is that when you call, like you talk to the same people. I feel like your staff has always been the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're not calling like a big hotline where you're like 1-800, whatever it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I think it makes a difference, not only building those relationships, but I mean, you're insuring your assets. You're insuring everything you have, your home, your autos. That's huge.
Yeah.
And so you want to make sure you have a relationship. And I'm a little biased, but I do think in a claims scenario, that's super important.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that when you're not just calling into a call center. And a lot of times, especially in claims scenarios, if claims happen, you typically, if you're going online, buying your own insurance, you're going to call into a claim. You're going to call into a call center with someone who doesn't know you by name, who doesn't have that relationship with you. I've seen a lot of claims that have gotten denied that probably didn't have to be denied.
Shit happens.
It does.
Like I feel like I called you one time because like we had a tree on the other side of the fence like fall over and break our fence and then onto a car. I'm like, when does that ever happen?
Yeah.
Like,
what do you do?
It's easier to, you're like, hey, what do I do?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna, so it's nice
to
be able to call.
It is. It's so important. I especially in the claims world, like I just think that when something happens, you want to be able to call someone that you're familiar with and that they will listen to the full story and help be able to guide you through those processes.
So if somebody's looking for, numbers, what do you generally do? Somebody gives you a call and says, hey, I have home and auto. Mm-hmm. Like, what does that look like to you?
So we take the information. Every insurance policy is very different. right? There's things called endorsements. So those are like add-ons to policies. When you get a home policy, it's not just a home policy that covers everything, right? There's exclusions in policies. There's add-ons, which are endorsements. There's things, different limits, and every single one is different. So we typically say, hey, we want to see a copy of your current policy so that we can provide you with an apples to apples quote. We're not, a lot of times people hesitate when you ask for your current copy of the policy because they don't want to show you the numbers.
Yeah.
That's not what we're looking for. The numbers that we get out of the computer are what they are.
Yeah.
We don't have any way to change those. But what we're looking for are all those endorsements. We want to provide a comparable apples to apples option. And then we'll provide, if we do see there's anything that you're overinsured, underinsured, whatever it is, we'll provide suggestions. My office always gives me a hard time because I do these spreadsheets. I like to do side-by-side comparisons. So I say, this is what you have now. This is an apples to apples quote showing you savings or additional coverage. Here's something else I recommend if so. We go out to all of our markets and our carriers. As we've discussed, the markets are changing right now geographically, depending on where you live. It may differentiate where we go and what carriers we approach. But we take it out to as many carriers as we can, provide you with all the different options, and let you guys
go
decide.
from there.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Well, if you need to get a hold of her, I always say, like, look at your stuff every year, and I feel like nobody
Especially
looks
now.
at their stuff.
Especially after these fires. I mean, one of the interesting things too is that inflation's going to hit. Construction costs are going to go up, right? The demand for construction is going to be massive after these LA fires. So construction costs per square foot if we say it's around 400 to 500 right now, contractor would probably tell me 600, but who knows what it's going to be because there's going to be a demand. Yeah. So look at your policy, look at what your coverages are, and make sure that you feel comfortable that if fire came, burned your place down, or you had a severe water, a pipe burst, and you want to make sure that you have enough coverage to be able to bring you back whole.
Right.
And I think people who don't look at their policies year after year, their coverage is going to be low.
And I like what you do too, because you'll get on the phone and like really talk, at least for me, and like talk it through with me.
Absolutely.
Because, it's like a different language for us over here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So to go through that, knowing like if something were bad happened and you're sitting on a good piece of property, like what now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the land, but you have to be able to rebuild.
Yeah. That's great. So pop the tent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want any information, it's all going to be in my YouTube, and I'll put all your information in there.
Awesome.
And we'll chat with you later. Thanks.
Thank you.